Good morning to everybody. Today we are going to study the same journal. Last two videos I explained about the journal. Today also I am going to explain the journal example number 6. Example number 6 I am going to explain now. Cash deposited into bank. Cash deposited into bank rupees 5,000. What are the two accounts? When we prepare the journal, our first duty is to calculate, to find out what are the two accounts. Number one, cash account. Number two, bank account. Cash account and bank account. What is the nature of the account? Cash account is the real account. Already we discussed all the question contains cash. So cash is a real account. We simply study cash is a real account. That's all. Bank. What is the nature of account? Bank is the personal account. How can we tell bank is a personal account? Bank means this bank may be a State Bank of India or Canara Bank or Indian Overseas Bank. Any account starts with a name, it is called as personal account. So here the bank name is not specified. So bank means Canara Bank or State Bank of India or Syndicate Bank or Bank of Baroda, any one of the banks. So bank is the personal account. Then cash deposited, cash goes out. When we withdrew money from bank, cash comes in our hand. When we deposited money into the bank, cash goes out. This cash is received by the banker. Bank receives this money. So bank is the receiver. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. So this account is debited. When one account is debited, automatically this account is credited. That is the accounting principle. Then real account rule is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So this account is credited. How do you write the journal? First write the debit aspect. Bank account debtor to cash account. Then in the 5 columns journal, how do you write? Ledger folio column also. This column is date. If you do the problem again and again, we are memorized to draw these columns. Date, particulars, ledger folio. This column is debit. Then this column is credit. First debit aspects. Here the date is not given, no need to write the date. In the next problem onwards, in the subsequent problem onwards, the date is given. At that time we will fill the date column. Now we simply study the journal. First debit aspect, it starts with this end. Bank account debtor is entered here. 2 is entered after leaving 2 space. 2 cash account. Here we write the amount 5,000. Debit column 5,000, credit column also write 5,000. Here we just write the question in the bracket. Cash deposited to bank. Cash deposited into bank. It is a narration. Narration means brief history of a transaction. Okay, now I think now you are studied 50%, more than 50% you studied. Then remaining in the example, 13 examples are given in the Tamil Nadu textbook, Accountancy +1 book. So I prepared to explain these 13 examples. Afterwards, we will do all the problems one by one. In the back side of the question, I will explain all the problems. If you write all the problems one by one, you will thorough. You just refer the accountancy textbook. The simple questions are given, so please try to write in the accounts book. Writing is very very important, but in commerce we just study it. You mark it and study. If you write it in the accountancy notebook, account book, then only you are thorough. So buy an account book and study and write all these questions. Okay, if you have any doubt, you refer the textbook. That's all. Then example number 7. Simple questions. Example number 7. In the Tamil Nadu textbook society, give in systematically given. Only simple questions are given. So at the initial stage, it may be a difficult one. If you study it, if you write it, we can easily understand. Then paid salary. Illustration number 7. Paid salary by check. Rupees 3,000. Please refer the previous problem. We deposited 5,000 rupees into the bank. Out of 5,000, we issued a check, paid salary by means of check. So bank balance 3,000 is reduced. How do you write? Okay, in this question, first duty is what are the two accounts? Number 1, salary account. Number 2, not check account. Instead of check, we write the bank account. Okay, two accounts are number 1, salary account, and number 2, not check account, bank account. If any check is issued, it is considered as bank account. Then salary is the nominal account. It is an expenditure. It is a nominal account. Bank already we studied, it is a personal account. Paid salary, so it is an expenditure. It is an expenses. This salary is given by the bank. Actually, salaries are paid by the proprietor. Now, the salary is paid by means of check. So the banker is paying the money. So bank is the giver. Debit all expenses. Now, the rule of a nominal account is debit all expenses or losses. It is an expenditure, so this account is debited. When one account is debited, automatically this account is credited. That is the accounting principle. Double entry system. If one account is debited, another account is credited. Otherwise, we can apply the rules also. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. So automatically this account is credited. How do you write? First write the debit aspect. Salaries account data to bank account. Then how do you write in the journal, the book? First column date, second column particulars, third column ledger folio. This column is debit, this column is credit. If you write 7 times, automatically these columns will memorize and write the answer. Then here no date is given. So first you write debit aspect. Salaries account data. Salaries account data to bank account. Amount 3,000. What is the narration? You simply write the question. Paid salary. Paid salaries by check. Draw a single line in the particulars column. Okay, then 8th question. 8th example. Example number 8. Sold goods to Magesh on credit. Sold goods to Magesh on credit rupees 9,000. Here what are the two accounts? Goods account we never use the word goods. Instead of goods, we can write as sales account, not sold account, sales account. And we sold goods on credit. If the name is given, it is a credit transaction. So second account is Magesh account. Two accounts are number one, sales account, and number two, Magesh account. Sales account is the real account. Magesh is the, when we sold the goods, Magesh is a receiver of these goods. Magesh account is a personal account. Listen here. First, Magesh is the person. So, Magesh account is the personal account. When we sold the goods, goods goes out. When we sold the goods, goods goes out of our hand. So, say when we sold the goods, goods goes out. Magesh is the receiver of this cash, these goods. Magesh is the receiver of these goods. So, we can apply the rule. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So, goes out, that is why it is credited. When this account is credited, automatically this account will debit. Then otherwise we can apply the rule, personal account rule is debit the receiver. And how do you write the answer? First debit aspect is entered. Magesh account debtor to sales account. How do you write in the book? The book contains 5 columns. First column date, second column particulars, third column ledger folio, debit column and credit column. We simply write. No need to write the date. Magesh account debtor to sales account. Amount 10,000. I hope now you are having some knowledge, but you are not thorough. But I hope you are having some knowledge to write the journal entries. Remaining nearly 20 problems are given in our textbook. I am telling the same thing again and again. You will write. If you use the accountancy book, account notebook and write, you are able to study. You are able to understand. Then illustration, not illustration, example number 9. We will explain. 13 examples are given today. If time permits, I will explain these 13 examples. Question number 9. Goods sold to Mahendran for cash rupees 5,000. What is the difference between previous question and this question? In the previous question, goods sold to Magesh alone is given. Here in this question, goods sold to Mahendran for cash. So it is a cash transaction. The name is given and also the word cash is also given. So automatically we received cash when we sold the goods and received cash. So Mahendran account is not necessary. The two accounts are number 1 cash account, number 2 sales account. Two accounts are number 1 cash account, number 2 not sold account, sales account. It is a real account. Cash is a real account. Sales also, goods also a real account. Sales is a classification of goods account. Both are real account. The rule is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. When we sold the goods, goods goes out, cash comes in. When we sold the goods, cash comes to our hand, goods goes out of our hand. So cash comes in, goods goes out. So the journal entry is cash account debtor to sales account. Cash account debtor to sales account. Then in the accountancy book, it contains 5 columns. First column date, particulars, ledger folio, debit and credit. First debit aspect is in there. Cash account debtor to sales account. The amount is 5,000. Okay, then do the 10th problem. Borrowed loan from bank. Borrowed loan from bank rupees 10,000. Borrowed loan from bank. So what are the two accounts? The two accounts are number 1 bank account, number 2 loan account. Here instead of bank we can use the word cash also, but in our textbook the word bank is given. That is why I am explaining this way. Some days we can directly receive the money from the bank. So cash account is also we can write, but in our textbook the word bank is given. That is why I am going to explain the word bank. Here you can write it as a cash account also. When we borrowed any loan from bank, the banker give cash. So we received cash. So instead of bank, we can use the word cash also. But in our textbook, the word bank is given. That is why I explain as bank. The two accounts are number 1 bank account, number 2 loan account. Then bank two accounts are number 1 bank account, number 2 loan account. Bank is the personal account. Loan account also a personal account. Listen here. Both are personal account. Here, banker is the giver of this loan. So, instead of writing loan, we can add one more thing. Bank loan account. Bank loan account or bank loan account. Bank is the personal account. Here it is also a personal account. Banker is the giver of this loan. So, we are liable to pay this amount. So, bank is the receiver. This loan account is the giver. So, bank account is the personal account. Bank loan account also a personal account. Bank gives the loan. So, bank is the giver. Bank gives the loan to our bank account. So here bank is the receiver. So how can it debit the receiver, credit the giver? So the answer is bank account debtor to bank loan account. I think you are confused about this question. When we do the problem again and again, we can easily understand this is a procedure. Instead of bank, we can write it as the word cash also we can write. If you write cash, automatically cash is the real account. Cash is the real account. Cash comes in our hand. Comes in. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Bank is the giver. So instead of bank, we can use the word cash also. It is also correct. Cash account to bank loan account. This journal entry is also correct. But in our textbook, they assumed that the banker is not directly give the amount to the to us. The banker is not giving the amount to us directly. They deposit this amount into our bank account. That is why the word bank is given in our textbook. So you can write cash also, you will get a mark. Here you can write bank account or cash account. Otherwise you write cash account to bank loan account also correct. Bank account to bank loan account also correct. Both answers are applicable. Okay, then how do you write in the journal? Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit and credit. First debit aspect is entered. Bank account debtor to bank loan account. 10,000. Here also 10,000. If you write cash, also correct, you will get full mark. Cash account debtor to bank loan account. We received cash. But in this question, we are the amount is in our bank account. We are not withdraw the amount. That is the thing. The textbook society always assumed that they borrowed loan from bank. The bank directly give the amount to our bank account, not directly given to the customer. That is the assumption of the others. But if you write a cash account debtor to bank account also correct, you can follow any one of the answer. Okay, then next question, received commission. Question number 11. Question number 11. Received commission rupees 5,000. What are the two accounts? Number 1, commission account. Number 2, second account is not given in the question, but commission is received in the form of cash, just like a previous problem. In the previous problem, borrowed loan from bank. If the bank provide any loan, the loan is given in the form of cash. Likewise, if you receive commission, the commission is received in the form of cash. So the word cash is not given. We have to write. First account is cash account and second account is commission account. Commission account. Cash account is the real account. Commission is an income, received commission, income, so it is a nominal account. Debit, what comes in? When we receive commission, cash comes in our hand. So cash comes in. Commission is an income. Debit on expenses and losses, credit on incomes and gains. It is an income. So this account is credited and this account is debited. So answer is cash account debtor, journal entry is cash account debtor to commission account. 5 columns. First column date, second column particulars, third column ledger folio, debit and credit. First debit aspect is entered first. Already we have the answer here. Cash account debtor to commission account. Commission account, commission received account you can write. Commission account is enough, you can write commission received account rupees 5,000. In the debit column as well as credit column you write 5,000 received commission. In the narration we write received commission. Okay, then 11th problem is completed. Then 12th problem, paid. 12th problem is somewhat differ. Anyway, we have to study. We have 2 more questions. I want to finish these 2 questions now. So please study 2 more questions. Question number 12. Question number 12, paid rupees 4,800 in full settlement. In full settlement of rupees 5,000 due to creditor Kirtana. Kirtana is our creditor. We are liable to pay 5,000 rupees. Now, we want to settle the account, but we paid only total amount payable to Kirtika is 5,000. Out of 5,000, we paid 4,800 and settled her account. Her account is settled. Hereafter, she will never ask this 200 rupees. She gives some discount to us. So, what are the accounts? In this question, there are 3 accounts. Number 1, we paid cash. Number 1, cash account. We paid a cash of rupees 4,800. Total amount payable to Kirtika. Second account is Kirtika. Total amount payable to Kirtika is 5,000 rupees. Out of 5,000, we paid only 4,800. But we settled her account. The entire account is closed. So we have to write one more entry, that is discount received. We received discount from Kirtana. This 200 rupees is considered as discount. Okay, once again, I want to explain. Total amount payable to Kirtana is rupees 5,000. Out of 5,000, we paid only 4,800. But we settled the account, settled her account. So, this 200 rupees is considered as a discount. Then, cash account is the real account. We all know cash account is a real account. Kirtika is a person, so it is a personal account. Personal account. Then, discount is the income. We receive discount. Discount is the nominal account. 3 accounts. We paid cash. Cash paid. So, cash goes out. Kirtika is the receiver of this cash. Debit, it is an expenditure or income. Discount received is an income. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. This account will be credited. Debit the receiver. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gain. So, the 3 transactions are entered together. It is called as compound entry. Here you study one more word. Compound entry. What is the meaning of compound entry? Already we studied 2. One account is debited, another account is credited. But here 3 accounts comes together. If more than one account comes, it is called as a compound entry. These entries entered together, so it is called as a compound entry. We will study the word compound entry in the subsequent classes. I want to explain the problem number 13 also now. That is why I want to write the journal entry. How do you write the journal entry? This account is credited. Debit aspect is entered first. Kirtika account debtor. Kirtika account debtor. Rupees 5,000. To cash account 4,800. To discount received 200. Anyway, debit and credit are always tallied. Here 5,000, 4,800 plus 200 is equal to 5,000. Okay. Then how do you write in the journal? It consists of 5 columns: date, particulars, ledger, folio, debit, credit. How do you write? Kirtika account debtor. Here we write 5,000. To cash account 4,800 is entered as a credit card. To discount received 200. Thus it is tallied. Then here we write settled Kirtika's account. We simply write settled Kirtika account and discount received. Discount received. Settled Kirtika account and discount received. Dear students, one more question. Please listen here. One more question. This question is also like this. Somewhat difficult. I am going to explain this question Last example, example number 13. Please listen here. Example number 13. Dinesh, a customer. Dinesh, a customer, declare as insolvent. Insolvent. And 40 pice in a rupee is received. 40 pice in a rupee is received from his estate. Received from his estate. For his due amount is, for his dues, rupees 10,000. Listen here, one different manner question, not at all a difficult one, it is a different manner question. So, how can we solve this question? Before that, who is called as an insolvent? Insolvent is a person who is unable to pay his debt is called as an insolvent. A person who is unable to pay his debt is called as insolvent. If a person is the court is normally declared as a person insolvent. So, the court collect the official receiver, the court appoint the official receiver and collect the amount from his personal properties. Okay, out of the insolvent is the person who is unable to pay his debt is called as an insolvent. So, the court appoint an official receiver. The official receiver collect the amount and pay the amount to the debtors. Okay, then the official receiver sold the property, and out of that, if any person is eligible to get 1 rupees, they can get only 40 pice. For 1 rupee, if Dinesh is not able to pay his debt, so the court declare him as an insolvent. In that circumstances, the court appoint an official receiver. Official received, sold all the properties, and the amount is settled in this basis. It is given the question. 40 pice is given in a rupee. If a person borrowed 1 rupee, that person is eligible to get only 40 pice. So